Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wellbeing Wednesdays. We actually got the camera working on Facebook, so that is good news for everybody. uh, we are going to have an awesome show today, and if for any reason my camera dies on Facebook, just know you can go on to Instagram and it's hashtag readings by Marilyn, all one word. And what a funny show to have the topic be how to let it go. And I literally had to just let it go. And I was like, maybe I'll just reschedule Wellbeing Wednesdays. It was really funny. So as we let go, we actually access the upper dimensions where things work out. And hello, I'm back. How much fun. So tonight's show, like I said, it's all about how to let go and how to allow in miracles and how to really use the scale of consciousness to our favor. So the first thing I'm going to show everybody is the scale that Tesla had given me to help explain source realm. So remember, when we come down to Earth School, we still keep a piece of us up here in source. And a larger portion of our energy and frequency, because we're energy, frequency, light, vibration beings, when we come down to Earth School, we have Earth experiences in infinite amount of dimensions, okay? So there's infinite dimensions in Earth School, and we access different dimensions with our focus. Our focus, oh, Facebook went out again. Anyone on Facebook, if you can hear me, go on to hashtag readings by Marilyn, all one word, on Instagram, and you'll be able to finish the show. Or if you can still hear me, you'll be able to hear me without the video camera. And since we have infinite dimensions, for easy purposes, Tesla gave me a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 being a low vibration and things that don't feel very good, and 10 being a really high vibration and things that do feel really good. So when you're allowing your now moment to focus on something that you enjoy, you instantly lift your vibration. When you allow anything that is in your now moment to control how you feel, then and it feels bad, then you're lowering your vibration and you're going into a lower dimension where things are going to, by law of attraction, keep bringing you things that feel bad. So believe it or not, we actually have a lot more control over our experience than most of us realize, and there are people waking up all over the world and understanding this. And abundance is just a frequency, health is just a frequency. I've had miracles in both, and they're amazing. And we can all access miracles all the time, and we can all actually have fun in our lives. So this show is all about really just getting excited about allowing in joy. And hello. I am so glad that you guys made it on. And so for today's show, I actually printed off a couple of different scales. So when you think of the 1 to 10 vibration, and 10 being a really high vibration and 1 being a really low vibration, so 10 is joy, love, miracles, everything working out, and the 1 is like you feel stuck, you feel like the world is against you, those type of feelings. So when you're up here in these upper dimensions, you're really close with source energy. So you can hear the essence of your loved ones and all of that amazing stuff. I'm a medium, and I'll do a future class on this later. However, a lot of times, and I'll only speak for myself, and from what I've noticed, most of the mediumship is going this way. So into the unincarnated side of the earth realm. And when you're still in Earth School, working with the energies, oftentimes you're working with thought forms as opposed to the essence of the being, because the essence of the being is actually up here in source. So even beings who are down here, you can work with their essence and source, but that's a whole nother show for another day. Today we're just going to focus on our emotional frequency and how to really control our experience. If we want to feel joy, we can feel joy. If we want to feel victimhood, we can feel victimhood. We have an opportunity and a chance to feel whatever we want to feel. In Earth School, we have the free will to choose whatever we want to feel. However, this experience was actually designed to have fun. So let's see, what did I do with these? So the first one is to show you the Scale of Consciousness by David Hawkins. And you can look this up. Oh, I'm showing Facebook like they can see me. Okay. So this is the Scale of Consciousness by David Hawkins, and I'll come in close. And like I said, everyone's welcome to download this, and it's the Hertz frequency with the emotional scale. And if you look at the emotional scale and the diagram that Tesla gave me, it's really funny because it goes right hand in hand. So about halfway up the emotional scale, you go from contracted feelings to expanded feelings. And you're up in the emotional scale and you're up in vibrational frequency. Vibrational frequency is how we access these different dimensions. So if you're in a really high vibe, you're in a really high emotional frequency, therefore you're accessing a really high dimension. And when I healed the cancer, like I had mentioned on the last show, and now I can talk about it without letting my energy go down. When I healed it, now I think about it and it's like really awesome because we're all self-healing. I didn't have to do the chemo or the radiation. I did do the surgery. And when the surgeon opened it up, she told my friend, she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that she knew what was going on in there. How did she know? That's source energy. That's lifting your vibration. That was me not taking what the hospitals said as my truth. I had my own personal truth. My personal truth was that I was healthy and that I have a internal guidance system that's always available to me through source that will always show me my guidance. So I was able to do that. And when I got the next surgeon, so I didn't want to work with the first one. We always have choices. So when I got the second one, she was more in line with what I wanted to do and really understood a little bit more about how I was going to be doing it a little bit differently. So we can all do anything. And we can access money, we can access health, we can access joy, we can literally do it all and we can have it all. And money is not evil. Money is a spiritual manifestation, just like this beautiful chair, just like this beautiful information that was channeled into this lovely diagram by David Hawkins, all manifestations. So never feel guilty about wanting to manifest. And remember, part of working with the emotional scale is saying yes when you want to and saying no when you want to, and not feeling guilty and not worrying about if other people are going to be mad at you or whatever it is that's going on in your mind. You want to honor your higher self path because there's a flow of well-being to each and every individual on the planet. And you have your own guidance system through source and with your guides. So in a sense, it doesn't matter really even what you believe in, as long as you believe in a higher power and that guides are helping, that you have a higher power from within that you can access for information. When people pray, they access the same energy. So we can all access it, and we can all access it differently and still coexist in harmony, which is really beautiful. And we can really do anything here. So when you look at I keep turning everything sideways. So when you look at these, you're noticing that if we can do our best to keep our focus on things that feel above a 5, so if we can keep our focus on feelings of things that we love, feelings of things that we enjoy, and feelings of spiritual connectivity and different things of that nature, the beauty of nature. So what happens, and I actually had learned this from an Abraham Hicks video recently, and I really enjoyed it. It said that there are certain subjects that when we talk about it, our vibration automatically dips down. However, every now moment is a moment where we can be in joy if we choose to be, or at least in calm neutrality. Appreciation is better than neutral. Joy is better than neutral. But joy or neutral is better than angry, right? So as you can either work up the emotional scale piece by piece, so guilt is a little bit better than shame, and apathy is a little bit better than guilt, and grief is a little bit better than apathy, and you can move up and down the emotional scale. And let's remember, everyone has different meanings and feelings associated with different words, so don't get hung up on the words. This is all about energy and feelings. So you can work your way up the scale, or with practice, you can learn how to quantum jump up the scale. And you can say, oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I am feeling apathy right now. And I totally forgot. That was a hot minute. I control my reality. All I have to do is focus on things that bring me joy, and everything else will automatically shift up because I'm going to be living in these upper dimensions closer to source energy. So as opposed to feeling like poop, when you feel like poop, you live in law of attraction land, because we're only in a universe of attraction. Law of attraction doesn't, it's not like judging or fair. Like, we're actually not even being tested in Earth School. We literally just get a mirror to our energy. That is truth. I've been playing with this for a while. If you feel yucky inside, you're going to get a bunch of yucky stuff from the universe. And the perfect example is I started to get nervous about being late the other day on my way to go do readings, and it was wicked funny. I reminded myself, divine timing. Everything is always in perfect timing and order. Everything is working out great. And right before I said divine timing, everything is working out great and everything was great, right before that, I started to get nervous, and I could feel that little bit of anxiety well up. And as I was feeling that way, I walked past my table and my skirt hit jars and knocked them all on the ground, and none of them broke. So immediately I was like, thank you for not breaking. And I picked them up and I was like, I love you all. I know what this dimension is, and I'm not staying in this dimension. I say this all the time. You can ask my friends. I'm like, oh, I know where I am. I'm not staying here. I'm not staying here. I have the power to leave this dimension. So I got really thankful for every little jar that fell, and I started getting really excited for readings and really excited that no matter what, it was going to be perfect timing, and the rest of it was absolutely beyond perfect timing. I was back up in those higher dimensions where everything just works out. But that's a great example. You can tell where you are on the emotional scale and what you're focusing on by how you're feeling and what's going on in front of you. And anything that's going on in your now, the way you get out of it is by saying, okay, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not even saying that it doesn't suck. I'm just saying that I notice that I'm giving it all of my attention, and my vibration and my reality is getting suckier and suckier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to go do something fun. And that literally allows you to raise your vibration up here, and the solution is clear. So what happens is once you raise your vibration to the dimension where the solutions are, the problems go away. Oftentimes they go away on their own. I cannot tell you how many times I brought my car to get it fixed thinking it was going to be X amount, and it was like totally fine. So it's really funny the way everything works out. Remember that. Remember, if you can catch yourself when you're dipping down and stop the momentum of that train once it starts going really, 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 really fast, if you can just take a pause, take a nap, do anything you can not to keep going down in dimension. Now, here's another little trick, and this will also be a different Wellbeing Wednesdays. If you do a card reading and you feel down here, your card reading is only reading that dimension out to the future line out. That's it. So as a reader, I teach other readers, and this is the way I also do readings. We can really do a benefit and a real awesome help for the client if we lift up their dimension before they're reading, so that they're reading up here in the miracle dimensions. Isn't that what we all want? Our manifestations. And you can look back on past videos. I have one, I think last month and the month before, talked about our vortex that we have, and it's an energy field, and anything that we want we put in there, but we have to match it like a radio tuner. So for example, if you put in a lot of money into your vortex, it's actually there, it's percolating. Like, it's like coffee getting ready to brew. So you don't just put coffee into a coffee maker and then be like, okay, I want my coffee right now. Like, you have to wait for it to brew, right? So that's what happens in our energy field, is that stuff brews. The thing is, we're in a law of attraction only universe, so you can't beg with the universe and plead with the universe, because that energy is way down here. If you're begging and pleading, you are not in a high vibration and you're not accessing anything up here. So you're in a really low dimension. So you want to catch yourself and be like, whoa, I was just stuck in a poor me, or I was just I was just feeling like, wow, life is really hard. I forgot life is super easy. I experience a mirror. So as you start playing with it, you can start noticing like, oh my God, I created that. Like this awesome experience, I created that with my energy. And then when you're starting to have a hard time, like when I knocked all the jars over, instead of getting mad about it or being like, oh, of course I knocked the jars over, I'm gonna be late, meh, 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 and complaining, I was like, oh, that is hysterical. I was like, and immediately my first reaction now is I just start laughing because I'm like, okay, all right, I let it get a little too far. But we never want to beat ourselves up. We want to make it fun. We want to make it funny. And like I said, the universe doesn't say, well, like law of attraction isn't like a judge sitting there that we're pleading with. Believe it or not, humans make other humans think that if you beg and plead and justify and make a good story that you can get your way. But law of attraction is always working. So if you are in that energy, you're in a low dimension and that human has power over you. So what you want to do is you want to remember that you have all of your power within. And all you have to do is control what you're focusing on. And if certain subjects are really hard for you, let it go. Don't focus on it all day. When we're trained in Earth School to focus on things and work hard and try to figure it out, opposite land. Einstein and Tesla and all the masters would let things go, take a nap so they can receive information from source energy, so they can drop the resistance, drop the frustration. I'm not saying that Tesla and Einstein never got frustrated. I'm just saying when they got frustrated, they took a nap. They didn't keep trying to figure it out. You can learn from these wonderful, beautiful masters. And remember, they were in a human form too. So you could be channeling information if you're super into that type of energy work. You could be channeling the newest, most improved information available, right directly from source energy. Any one of us can be the next Einstein or the next Tesla if we want to be. We can be and do anything. We can all access that infinite knowledge. And well-being, health, and wealth is all just a stream of abundance. We don't need to go through other people to access it. We access it from within. It's so cool. It's real. It's a real thing. And people like myself and a bunch of other higher self consciousness, amazing, spiritual, magical, awesome, high vibe teachers we're all teaching people tools, but remember, you're the only one that can drive your ship. So you can get all the tools on your ship and all the best navigation system. But if you don't drive it, it's not going anywhere. And I've never actually driven a big ship, so I feel like that analogy might be off. You're the only one that can drive your car. I love driving my car. So if you're driving your car, you could have every navigation system in your car, but if you don't hit the gas, you're not going anywhere, right? You're just sitting there in the same dimension forever. So all you have to do is allow yourself to shift. Allow yourself to shift your consciousness. And I have past videos on what that is all about. But basically, if you're taking anybody personal, you're down here in a low dimension because everyone's doing the best they can. We go up and down in frequency all day long. Never get your validation from the humans. No one is able to always be 100% on point all the time. We are all going up and down because we're expanding beings. This is why we're here. If you think about it, you can't actually become an expert at anything unless you try it and don't do so good for a little bit. It's like we practice until we get really good at it. So we can practice this shift and this access of tuning into frequency and all of the abundance and anything that we could ever imagine that we want just by holding the focus. And if you don't believe me, like I say in my daily videos, go out and give it a shot. Try it. Try it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. And the other piece too is that we have David Hawkins scale that I just showed you, which is all about exactly what I'm talking about, what the guides have been talking to me about, and probably hundreds of thousands of other people on the planet. And the other one, oh, where is it? Oh, it's on here. I've been moving things around today. So the other emotional guidance scale that I printed off for everyone, and you can find these right on YouTube is the Hicks Emotional Scale. And this one is really neat because it's the same idea as the David Hawkins scale, only it actually shows you where your train starts going a downward spiral and how you get your train start going an upward spiral. So below a 5, no bueno, not fun. Above a 5, better. 9, 10, awesome. Really fun. It's not logical. It doesn't make any sense. The stuff I learned in business school and finance and how money works, basically I didn't realize I was teaching lack for lack of a better word. See, I still use the word. Really funny, actually. That is really, I used to actually use that word a lot. I'm having a moment. So once I started feeling wealthy and abundant before I had any cash or any abundance of any kind, I literally was feeling abundant. I was feeling thankful. I was feeling appreciative for every little thing I had. And it just grew from there. And like I said, it's not logical. It did not come from hard work. It didn't even come from work at all. You can just access frequency flows. The only thing is, if you have some old programs that you believe to be true, even if you're saying that you don't believe they're true, if you feel that they're true on the inside, you're just going to have a little more time of reprogramming. That's all it is. It's just reprogramming those belief systems and allowing yourself to not care what other people think. And as you start to shift your consciousness, you realize that you don't have to shift anyone else's consciousness. It's not a thing. It's not possible. And the best thing you can do is just be in your higher self and lead by example. And a lot of people will just naturally line up with it because it's who we really are. It's just the resistance and the doubt and all the programming here in Earth School that keeps us down. And one of the biggest things is how do I explain this? I have it written down. Let me look at my notes real quick. Let me just make sure I didn't. This is exactly it. Okay. So the TV, believe it or not, has us setting our emotional frequency by default. So I'm not accusing anyone of watching anything in particular. It's not about that. Just notice whatever you're watching or listening to and how it makes you feel. If you're watching a lot of violence or a lot of politics or a lot of fighting of any kind or news media or anything like that, whether you want to or whether you realize it or not, you're setting an energy in your energy field that's not going to be helping you. So it's a really good idea. I know my close friends and I have been doing this. We're really careful about what we put in our energy. And it doesn't mean that I never swear. If I'm swearing in a high vibe, I think it's funny and it doesn't matter. If I'm swearing in a low vibe, that's me adding extra emphasis to low vibration stuff. So I purposely will stop myself and be like, whoa, I just got really mad. I'm gonna change my tune here. I'm gonna go back up. Because I don't like the dimensions where things suck all the time. I feel like many of us, probably even that are watching the show, have lived there at some point in our life where it's like every time you turn around something happens. Nobody enjoys that, but nobody is stuck there. It's not a thing, and nobody else can get you out of it. It's all up here, and really it's in here, in your heart. When your heart chakra and your solar plexus merge together, as the higher chakras come into your body, as you start shifting your consciousness and letting go of dense energy, letting go of hatred, letting go of anger, letting go of judgment, letting go of control, all of these lower vibration feelings, you naturally rise up like a cork in the water. That's how Abraham explains it. Love some of their analogies. And as you rise up, you naturally go up towards that source energy, which is really wonderful. Hello, everyone. And yes, I don't think that there is a camera that's on, but if you guys can see me, that's awesome. And if you guys can also, if you want to see the full show with the video and everything, all you have to do is log on to Instagram, and it's Readings by Marilyn, all one word. All right. So let me see. So we can actually segment and tend to it. I mentioned this on the daily video earlier. Before you go to do something, whether it's something that you've always told yourself in the past is really hard, first you want to retrain your brain and say, my life always works out for me and everything is really easy. And I have started to really train my brain for that. And I'll tell you, I don't even think about it on purpose. I just automatically think that way and everything just keeps working out. It's really awesome. I didn't know how easy it was. I really hope that this helps somebody so that they don't have any time in lower dimensions that they don't want to have. And here's the other piece. Never beat yourself up. So if you've spent like the past however many years in a lower vibe, don't worry about it. Because every single time you notice something that you didn't like, you put the opposite of it in your energy field. So all you have to do is tune in like a radio frequency and match it. So if you want money and you want to feel like you have money to share and money to do whatever you want, then you cannot be feeling poor and feeling like you don't have any money. You can't be noticing the absence of what it is that you want. So for somebody who's looking to bring in love, you can't focus on being lonely, or it's the opposite energy. You're just going to keep either meeting people where you still feel lonely, or it's like if your energy's wonky in any way of how you're feeling, you're going to attract in others that are wonky in how they're feeling. So it's a really good idea, no matter what you're doing, to get in line first. Tune in first and then go do anything under the sun. And don't do it for the result. Do it for the fun. Do it because it's fun. We're not meant to just slave away and then get rewarded when we cross back over. We are meant to have fun while we're here, and you don't have to feel guilty about that. And if you access abundance, you're not taking away from anyone else. It's not like, and this is another one from Abraham Hicks that I really like, and it's like, we don't walk around saying, wow, I've been really healthy for so long. I think I'm just going to be sick and I'm going to let other people be healthy for a little while. Money works the same way. Everything is law of attraction. Everything works the same way. You cannot get sick enough to heal people. That's the opposite energy. Just like you can't get poor enough to help anybody. Like everything is a spiritual manifestation. It's just what we do with it. So we want to make sure that we let go of any old programs of what we have been told by other humans and really just go within and see what resonates with us. And even if what I say doesn't all resonate, totally fine. Doesn't matter. We're all going to have different ways and different opportunities to access this golden light, for lack of a better term. And it's I want to say okay, Katumi's hilarious. He's like, it's dynamite, and then he showed like a big spark of yellow and gold. It's like a firework. Oh, the guides are awesome. And we can all access this. We can all do this. And like I said, I was a traditional medium for many years, my whole life, but professionally also. And source mediumship, totally different. You're not working with any of the thought forms. You're literally working with the essence of the human that was here. But it's like they know all of their past lives. They don't have any anger. They can do miracles. They're amazing. So much fun. And everyone is available whenever you want them. And it's just super awesome. And we can all access whoever we want. There's no rules, and you don't have to do a bunch of stuff. You don't even have to know their name. They don't have ego. They don't care. They just want to help, and they don't care if you don't want them to help. Like they're good. Everyone up there is good. And let's see here. So joy really is the key. That's why it's the new currency. You cannot access these upper dimensions from lower vibration stuff. So even like, let's say the old, when people used to put other people on pedestals with money and things like that, as the golden age comes in, all of that is also going away. So remember, also have patience with people, because everybody has an opportunity to wake up, no matter how stuck they were for how many years, it doesn't matter. So we don't want to ever judge anybody. We want to make sure that we are always holding ourselves in line with our source energy, and never going into spiritual ego or anything like that, and just really allowing everyone the time and space to grow on their own. And it's not our responsibility to do anything, to shift anyone else. All we can do is focus on our own vibration and then lead by example and give out loving energy as opposed to judgmental energy and harsh energy. We can give good energy. And I have so much on here, but because of the time, I'm going to get into the cards. So basically, all you have to do is choose what you're focusing on. So if what is in your now is not awesome, then don't focus on it. Focus on what you want to create out of it and get excited about that. And get excited about letting it go. And get excited about nothing in Earth School is a big deal. And everything always works out for me. That's what you want to repeat in your head. Everything always works out for me. And keep saying it and keep believing it. And remember, law of attraction, it's all law of attraction. So if you say, I don't want this thing, or I don't want to think about this thing, it's an attraction-based universe. You're going to get it all day long. You're going to get every possible thing that's going to remind you about the thing that you don't want to think about. So the best thing you can do is take a nap or go for a walk, watch a movie. Maybe not a movie if you have a lot to do. Watch a 15-minute funny video on YouTube with cats. I love that. But do whatever you need to do to get yourself in the right vibe. Also, set yourself up for success and don't make excuses. So if you are constantly advocating for why you're in a low vibe, you're never going to get out. You're never going to get out. If you're always making excuses about why you're miserable, you're going to stay miserable forever. So it's so important. And I used to be one of those people. This is why I know. I used to feel life was really hard. I had a bunch of stuff happen when I was a kid, blah, blah, blah. Story of pretty much half of Earth School's life, right? So literally I had this like heavy energy around me for a long, long time. And it would creep in here and there, even if I didn't want to creep in. And finally, when I let it all go, and I really let it go, and I really just decided that life is short and I want to be happy, and that work wasn't the most important thing, and that, you know, money wasn't the most important thing, and that people and relationships are the most important thing. And that's when I stopped working so much. And it was after I had cancer. And the other thing I want to mention to people is that when I told people that I didn't want to work, like I was a career woman. I used to work with the NFL doing financial planning, I did all this crazy stuff. And then over the years, I just started kind of wanting to spend more time with my daughter and not wanting to do all the career crazy stuff. And really, after I had the cancer, because I was like, well, I want to give her a good life too. After the cancer, I was like, nope, it's about me actually being there in person. It's about me helping her in her life. It's not about me just sending her money, right? So when we come to Earth School, it's about being there. So when I had made the decision not to work as hard and to do something that I love and to start this business and to, you know, make a lot of big changes, a lot of people were like, what are you doing? That's crazy. But if I told them that I had had cancer and then I made this decision, that they were nicer to me about it. So I almost started using it as an excuse. So I just wanted to mention that to anyone, to make sure that nobody goes into judging anyone for anything their higher self is telling them to do and to follow, because we don't have to get a terminal illness to figure out what we want to do and not have people judge us. And ultimately, what I learned in the end is that it doesn't matter, because people are going to judge anyway, right? Who cares? But I do know that I used to be one of the people that used to judge others, right? And not even on purpose, just, you know, programmed, trained. And I notice now, if I start to do it even for a half a second, I stop myself and I'm like, you know what? This is their journey, and I'm going to send them good vibes. I'm going to send them good energy. I'm not going to judge anything they're doing, no matter what it is. I'm not going to judge them. I'm just going to send them good vibes that they feel good and they connect with their source energy. So now I will get into the cards. I think I went over everything. There is a lot here. So if anyone wants to do a reading, I do them over the internet or in person at various venues around New England. Just send me a message and I'm happy to do that. And Fernando, I saw your comment earlier. That sounds amazing. I just have to look at my schedule. And I don't know. Blessings to you too. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, yes, Louise, I can do a card. Can you guys actually see me on Facebook, or is it just words? I'm so curious. All right, so I'm going to read off the card list. And Fernando, did I already put you on here? I didn't. All right, Fernando and Louise. All right, so here is the card list so far. We have Jill, Andy, Kathy, Lewis, Micah, Barbara, Donna, Jonathan, Christine, Susan, Jane, Erica, Lisa, B-Web, Heather, Kayla, Shannon, Tammy, Melanie, Kelly, Emily, Bella, Rebecca, April, Sammy, Patty, Stevie, Tony, Jessica. Oh, I did put Fernando, right? Oh, wait, no. I always think I'm copying names, but I'm not. It's different names, but they sound similar. So Fernando and Louise. That was a list. So if anybody else would like a card, just let me know. Honestly, the list is getting pretty full. And it is getting pretty late. However, if you feel like you really, really need a card for guidance, let me know. And hopefully I will see it come through on one of these. I'm not so good at scrolling on the Insta. I can't read it all because I can't read it all right now. So I'll just get into the cards, but I will read it in comment after. Okay. So the card deck is my new one from Hay House Publicity, and it's Wisdom of the Dalama. And I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I think it's De Ama, but I don't know for sure. Anyone who is Spanish who happens to see this or knows, feel free to tell me. And it's by Christine Gutierrez. And the artwork is by Jennifer Velasquez, and it's a beautiful, beautiful card deck. I keep showing things to Facebook, and it's really funny. Okay, so for the first card, let me shuffle these up here. Like the snake, I shed old skins. So this one is for Jillian, and this is just reminding you that every day and every now moment, we keep shedding our old ways and creating our new us. And it's a lot of fun, and we can do it any now moment that we want to. And we can do it, what the guides are adding on is we can also do it as dynamically as we want to too, which is fun. And the next card is for Andy, and this says, my intuition is my compass through life. I love that. We were just talking about that. So that is so true. Our intuition, and this is how you can tell when it's source intuition and not fear. Well, I kind of gave it away. So if it feels forceful, or if you feel fearful or frantic in any way, then it's not source energy. It's not your higher self giving you a nudge. If you feel inspired, or if you feel it will give you a big feel of relief, that is source energy. That's the difference. And the next one is for Kathy. Oh, you know, Mikey. Let me see. Okay. So this next one is for Kathy, and it says, I need not do anything to be worthy. I was born worthy. And I love that. So there's a lot of programs in Earth School where people are trying to prove themselves, prove their worthiness, justify things. Those are the energies I was talking about that actually have us working in the opposite direction with law of attraction and bringing more of those not good feelings in. So you want to do your best to remove those type of feelings from you, because we are all worthy. And this doesn't just mean Kathy, this means all of us. I feel like all the humans on the planet at some point in time could potentially feel as though, ooh, can I really do this? And the answer is yes, we can all really do anything. And the next card is for Lewis. And Lewis Scott, I open myself to the holy medicine of this season of my life. So these are the 4 seasons, and it's telling you to allow yourself to change up how you heal yourself if the seasons are affecting things. If the seasons are affecting your health, it's important that you access your own internal wealth and work on the healing and the different modalities of healing in the different seasons. And the next one is for Micah. Ooh, Micah got the same as Jill. I like this like the snake, I shed old skins. So a beautiful, beautiful message. And this one, they're saying for Micah, this can be seen as the world and that you're coming out on top. So they're saying to view yourself and picture yourself on top of the world. Never picture yourself less than anything. And this goes for everybody. And the next one is for Barbara. And Barbara got, I mother myself before I mother others. And I think many of us have this trait, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, and we will often take care of others before we take care of ourselves. And what ends up happening is that we're not as effective if our cup is empty. So that's why it's so important that we line up with our higher self energy first in those upper dimensions. And to do that, oftentimes we have to have joy and we have to have fun. So if somebody needs your help and you need to rejuvenate, allow yourself to take a nap first. Allow yourself to go for a walk first. And allow yourself to rejuvenate. Otherwise, you're not really going to be able to help. And you could end up resenting things. That's why it's so important that we only say yes when we want to. And it's okay that we say no if we want to. And we can change our mind any now moment that we want to. And the people that really care about us will understand. And if they don't, it doesn't matter. Because our most important, highest strength in this earth experience is our connection with our half of ourselves in source, or it's more than half. It's the majority of our energy in source. So that connection actually is what helps you connect with any other human on the planet. If that connection is not solid, then your connections with the other humans get wonky. So by connecting with that higher self perception, we actually have better relationships here in Earth School. And the next one is for Donna. And Donna is, I pause and allow the answer to come. In the mystery, all is revealed. So it's about letting go and allowing yourself to let go and get off the subject so that you can allow in the answer. And remember, if you don't know the answer to something, or if you feel confused about anything, that is a sign from your higher self that you are not ready to make a decision on that. So if you don't know, the answer is usually no. If it's not a, oh my God, yes, then ask yourself why you're even questioning it. Are you questioning it because if you don't do it, someone might be mad at you? Are you questioning it because if you don't do it, you have an old program that makes you feel like you should do it even though you don't want to do it? Ask yourself why you're doing it. Because your higher self will always lead you very easily to anything that's for your highest good. And the emotional scale is so easy. It's so simple when you really think about it. If it feels good, do it. If it feels bad or if you're not sure, don't do it. That's it. I mean, really, how simple is that? So I started living that and I was like, wow, this is awesome. It's so much easier. We're not meant to figure it all out. We're meant to receive the information. All right, so the next one is for Jonathan. And it says, I deserve to say no to that which no longer serves me. So we also want to notice, are we saying yes when we really want to be saying no because we feel guilty or because of an old program? Follow your bliss. Follow your internal feelings. Allow your higher self to show you. Because your higher self will show you. Your higher self can show you in signs. So if you have a decision and you're not really sure, you can ask your higher self to show you signs. You can ask for signs in a dream. You can see signs in your day-to-day waking life. There's signs available all the time, and that stream of well-being is available all the time. It's just a matter of us tuning into it. So the stream is always there, always there, always there. Most humans, especially with the media, way down here. Way down here. Most of the top shows are super, super violent. So whether you believe it or not, it goes into your energy field. Now, when you're not watching it, you can vibe way back up again. But in the process of watching it, how are you really feeling? Are you feeling anxious for the people that are fighting? Because it's going into law of attraction. Just letting you know. And I'm not against anyone watching whatever they want. Do whatever you want. I'm just letting you know how law of attraction works. So if you're choosing to do that, so I don't watch anything like that. I used to, if I was hanging out with certain people just to be social. Honestly, in this point in time, I like today, no. No, thank you. Not for me. Right? So, and I don't care what anyone thinks about it. So, right? So there's going to be a lot of people who are like, oh, she can't handle it or whatever humans say about stuff. And it's like, no. I really understand how energy works and I am really enjoying these upper dimensions. I really like them. They're a lot of fun. I don't want to play in those lower dimensions anymore because they suck. I don't want to go there. And I'm not that sensitive. If I walk into, like if I go to a party and it happens to be on, I just don't give it any attention. I don't go running around telling everyone that they have to stop watching it. I don't care. I just don't watch it. We gotta stop fighting everybody on what they want to do and just start doing our own thing. That's really the bottom line. We gotta just stop fighting. We don't need to change what anyone else does, but we have the power of what we do in our lives every now moment. Nobody outside of us has any power over us ever. Nothing unless we give it to them. That's it. All right. So the next one is for Christine. And this one is I am held. And this one is self-explanatory, and it just means that you are always being held by your higher self and all of the loving energy in source. So you're never alone. And if you allow yourself to vibe up, you're going to feel that energy. And it is a lot of fun. And you don't need to ever get your validation from the humans. You can really feel that love from source energy when you start to allow yourself to really love yourself. And that's a big one. It's a big one for humans. A lot of us humans were trained from a very young age not to like ourselves, and that it was bad to like ourselves, and that we were conceited if we liked ourselves. But there's healthy confidence and there's arrogance. There's a huge difference. Healthy confidence is necessary in order to access the higher dimensions. You cannot get walked on when you're in your higher self, but you're also not fighting anyone either. And the next one is for Susan. And Susan got my intuition is my compass through life. So remember, follow your intuition over any other human's words or opinions or any of that. Everyone is on an individual journey, and everyone gets their own signs and symbols from source. And we cannot follow anyone else's journey to bliss. We can get ideas, but we gotta follow our own path. And the next one is for Jane, and Jane got I deserve to say no to which no longer serves me. So whatever that means to you, it's a sign from your guides that it's okay to say no. It's okay to do what you want. Do what you want. Do what feels. This is what I do now. I ask myself, does it feel good? Do I feel like I want to do that? And if I say it doesn't really feel good, then like I said earlier, I ask myself, why am I even contemplating doing this? If it doesn't feel good, why would I even want to? And then get to the bottom line for yourself and then let it go. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. That was really funny. I felt like the light in the back was like flickering right as I was saying that. And right now, it was a cute little synchronicity at the moment. Alrighty. So the next one is for Erica. And Erica got, I am safe to share my authentic truth with the world. Ooh, I like that. That's a very powerful statement. And you're a very powerful woman. And you're very intuitive. And you are an amazing bright light. And Always allow yourself to be your true authentic self and don't care what anyone else thinks about it. It doesn't matter. Be you. You are amazing. And that goes for everyone watching this too. Everyone who's being drawn to watch this from your higher self, and anyone who's logging in who just happens to see this in time or space, know that you're worthy, know that you're amazing, and know that you were drawn to see this for a reason. And the next one is for Lisa. Oh, Lisa got I mother myself before I mother others. And we just went over this card. So it's really about allowing yourself to fill up your own cup and have fun. And I have a Sparky kitten here. So if you have a chance to play with the cat. Oh, she's biting me. She's very playful right now. You want to come up here and be on TV? That would be a no. Anyways. Ow! Don't bite me. Sorry. Having a moment with the cat. So allow yourself to fill up your cup. Allow yourself to have fun. For that, I'm getting picked up. Oh, we got a little Sparky visitor. Say hi, Sparks. Say hi. Oh, let me see if I can hold you better. Say it. Oh, sorry, that doesn't look very comfortable. How about that? How about that? Say hi. So animals are really great to lift your vibration. And look at her. She's gone limp. All right, come here. I'll let you down. They're really good at helping us to laugh and helping us with unconditional love. So always, always, always allow yourself to fill up your cup and go snuggle with a kid. Or the dog, or any loving animal, or sometimes we can even watch the animals outside. But the guides are talking about animal energy and how nurturing it is and to really enjoy it. And like I was saying earlier too, sometimes we can even watch really funny videos with the animals and they really lift our vibe. How's Sparks? Yeah, she's a good vibe lifter. Okay. And the next one is for B-Web. And B-Web got, I allow the veils to fall off my eyes. Divine, help me to see what I need to see to grow. I'm ready to transform. So let's remember, as we shift into our higher self-consciousness, we literally end up accessing things that we didn't, like new perceptions and new ways of being that we didn't even know were possible. And the outside world actually stays the same, but the consciousness shift is different. So everything else around that shifts up in a huge, huge manner. And if that other thing was a low vibe, it shifts out and out of your energy field because you're vibing up here, and law of attraction only brings like vibe together. So that's why if you're around somebody who feels like really hard energy and you feel like you're a really high energy, if you think about them and your energy goes down because you're like, oh man, they're such a hard energy, then that's the energy that you're holding. So if you can hold a different energy when you go to hang out with them and focus on everything that you love about them, oh my gosh, Sparks is like moving the camera. Sparks, get down. No, stop it. It's my fault. I have it on her cornhole. She likes to play cornhole. She's really good at it. So anyways, Sparks, leave it alone. Don't knock it over. What was I saying? Cats are amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, our higher self-perception. What ends up happening oftentimes is that the thing that we thought that we could never stand in a million years, that we could never deal with, oftentimes when we shift our perception, it becomes not a big deal. And we're focused on so many other amazing miracles that we're like, wow, I can't even believe I gave that energy. Who cares? It's really funny. It's funny to see how things shift around. So remember, as you walk around a puddle, you get different views around the puddle. So it's the same thing from our higher self-consciousness. We get different views as we shift our perception. And as we release anger, if you hold on to anger for any reason, remember, there's no victims in Earth School. We just experience a mirror. So if anyone else, like, how do I say it? Even if it's true, would you rather be right and argue and fight and be in a low vibe, or would you rather be happy? Like, even if it's true, you don't have to stay in that fighting anger mode. You can let it go, let yourself flow up and have fun again. It's okay to have a response to something that really sucks, but you don't want to make your whole life out of it. because your whole life is going to suck. you want to allow yourself to let stuff go so that you can have fun and like do other things. And you don't want to make your whole life about one tiny little snippet. You want to expand. You want to be able to do whatever you want. Don't hold on to anger for any reason. I don't care how big you think it is. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. I've had some stuff and that doesn't matter either. And other people have had even bigger stuff. There's no comparison. None of it matters. Every single person on the planet, no matter what you've ever been through, has an opportunity every now moment to completely transcend out of that and completely leave it in the past. And it's gone. It's gone. And it doesn't have to return ever. You just deactivate it. And the next one is for Heather. And Heather got, I have a new world with each breath I take. Inhale and exhale. And that's what I just said. So they're saying same for you. Anything in your life, anything at all. It could be romance. It could be a new project that you're thinking of doing artistically and creatively. It can be absolutely anything. Ooh, we have a kitty in the back. Don't you dare scratch that. I will stop you. I will. Thank you. She thinks because I'm on the show I'm not going to stop her, but I will. Yeah, I'm still watching you. Okay, so the next one is for Kayla. Aw, and Kayla got, I am safe to share my authentic truth with the world. And they said this is in any setting. And they said that you know what they're referring to. And I'm excited for you. They said every time you speak, just speak with love and kindness. And lovingly, assertively, from your higher self perception, and everything's going to go smooth. Yeah, Sparks is funny. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of it. I can't really see it all. Oh, you have a green white stripe too. That's so fun. Maybe I can see it. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. Can I scroll on here? Will it let me? Ooh, I can kind of. A little bit. This is kind of funny. I will get better at this stuff. It's all fun. Oh, hey, Sam, what's up? Ooh, now I'm typing things. Oh, dear Lord. All right, here I go. I'm going to see if I can fix it. All right. As I digress. I'll read them later. The next one is for Shannon. And Shannon got, my intuition is my compass through life. I'm telling you, I'm not doing this on purpose. So my intuition is my compass through life. And we already talked about so many different things. And when I held this up, they actually showed a lighthouse. And they said that you will receive clarity at the beach if you want to go for a day trip. They're saying it would be really, really fun. And remember, they showed a lighthouse. It doesn't mean that you're at a local lake looking at a magazine with a lighthouse on it. It's whatever resonates with you in your heart chakra. Personally, I love the beach, so immediately I think that. I'll probably go this weekend again at some point. So, or I don't know. It is a pretty crazy weekend. Regardless, I'll figure that out later. Just make sure that you allow yourself the fun, allow yourself to reconnect. And they did say that the salt will help too. Salt air, salt water. So if you are not able to make it out there for any reason, then you are welcome to do like a salt bath with your feet. And your feet have connections to all the organs in your body, and that would be a nice cleansing. And they're saying the Epsom salt can help too with the Himalayan salt. And the next one is for Tammy. And Tammy got, I welcome in healthy love. Aw, that's sweet. So I welcome in healthy love. And that is really saying that whether it be a new relationship or a current relationship that's having a healing, allow the healing in and don't hold on to the past anger or hurts about anything. Allow yourself to heal and allow yourself to experience new. And the next one is for Melanie. Melanie got, like the snake, I shed old skins. I swear there's other cards in here. So like the snake, I shed old skins. Every now moment you can create a whole new version of you. And remember, don't hold yourself back from creating who you really truly are authentically. So sometimes, like, I know in the past when I was a financial planner, there was certain things like I would have never had pink in my hair. It's almost kind of coming out now a little bit, but I wouldn't have done any of that because I would have been afraid what would have happened at the office, or what would they have said if I showed up at the gala with pink hair. You know, it's really we're all dropping all of that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So if I had thought differently and I was like, yeah, I have pink hair and I am rocking my pink hair and it's amazing, then it would be amazing and I would just rock the pink hair and then they would respond to me thinking it was amazing and they probably would also respond amazingly. And that's why we just can't care. And if they didn't, the way that things are now in Earth School, it doesn't matter if they didn't like it or not. Always be confident in who you are and letting yourself shine your light true and authentically. And the next one is for Kelly. And ooh, that's really funny. Kelly got I welcome in healthy love too. And this is all about just welcoming in the type of relationship that you would want in your ideal world, and then actually molding that either out of a current relationship or a future relationship. And it's up to you with your own mirror how you mold it. So when you give all the details to your higher self of the who, what, when, where, how, and why, and you just focus your energy on the molding. I'm so sorry. My daughter keeps calling. Let me just see. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. It's so funny. So we also have to let everything go. Let everything go all the time. And it's so funny. Sometimes I'll even, like, I could just catch my tone and I was like, I'm on a live show right now. Is this important? And like, I could feel my energy. So you want to make sure it doesn't matter about other people's energy. You want to make sure that you always have control over your own energy. And I'm like, oh, I hope I don't sound bitchy right now. Really funny. My intention was not to be bitching. I might have sounded a little bit. So for the next card, we have Emily. And it says, I am deserving of my love and I am my own beloved. And I'm going to tie Kelly in with this reading too for Emily, because it's all about starting that love from within. And when we start that love from within, whether we're in a current relationship or a new relationship or whatever's going on, or even single, it doesn't matter. When you start that love from within and you feel that worthiness, then you receive a mirror of people who treat you that way too. And it's really important that we allow ourselves to love ourselves. So that's for both of you ladies. And for everyone watching too, in time or space. Because it's so important and we don't realize it. If we have a lot of self-doubt or negativity about ourselves and we create a mirror with the law of attraction, how do you think people are going to be treating us? It's really interesting, isn't it, when you think about it? And for Bella, we got, ooh, it was backwards. Oh, we got I am held. This is a reminder from the universe that you are not only amazing and from source, but that source loves you so much. And you never have to get the validation from any of the other humans because they're going up and down in vibration all the time. And source energy is pure love. So just like your mom's card too, we can all focus on self-love, and then you'll receive a mirror of more people showing you love. But remember, you don't need them to show you love for you to feel love for yourself. And the guides are suggesting to make a list of 5 things that you truly do love about yourself. And anytime that you feel bad about yourself, or if you feel like someone else is triggering a bad feeling within you about you, allow yourself to think of those 5 things and say, oh, that's not true. What they're saying is not true. And you can do this as adults in life. We can do this too. And you are so beautiful and powerful from within that once you start playing with the universe and playing with some of these signs and getting, like, talking about something that you want to do, and then when the universe starts showing you signs, you're going to get so excited that you won't ever want validation from the humans again. And the other, well, I can't say that we never do. Sometimes we'll fall back into it, but you'll catch yourself a lot quicker and you'll be like, oh, I'm doing that old thing where I used to get my validation from the humans. Hold on, let me just feel amazing again. And then go deal with the humans. So then you go and you are in their presence, in your higher self, where you have your confidence. And when we have our confidence, people treat us different. It's very interesting. And it's not their fault and it's not our fault. It's just all law of attraction. And the next one is for Rebecca. Ooh, Rebecca got a new one. It says, my self-love is unshakable. Ooh, I love this. It's all about self-love today. And look at how she is the tree. That is a beautiful card, Becca. And I agree with that 100%. You're strong and you're beautiful, and allow that self-confidence to come up and grow right up into source energy. And allow yourself to get all of your confidence from within. And the next one is for April. Ooh, April got, I allow the veils to fall off my eyes. Divine, help me to see what I need to grow. I am ready to transform. So another great card that we had a duplicate of. And they're saying for you to really allow yourself to not try to figure it out and let the universe show you. Let the universe show you, and never fear the results of anything ever. Because when you stay in connection with your higher self, and when you stay in those higher vibrations, no matter what it is, you know that your higher self has your back. So whether they're shifting something out or shifting something else in, or whatever changes are coming, they're all awesome changes. Trust it. Stay in that high vibe and just trust whatever change process is going on, that it's going to be epic. And just ride that wave. Surf the wave until you get to epic. Don't allow yourself to fall off the surfboard and start struggling in the water. Just allow yourself to hold that confidence. Hold the gold. Hold the good feelings and allow yourself to ride it in. Good stuff. I like the surfboard one. And if you're having a hard time surfing and you fall off the surfboard, the first thing you want to do is just float. Just float. just float. Just do the back float. Don't struggle. Don't struggle and dip down. And it's all just a matter of practice, which is the most fun part. So we're all practicing. And like I said, I still catch myself all the time, even just now. I don't even know if you guys could hear me or not, but my tone was not awesome. And I was actually trying to be decent, which is super funny. And I was just like, oh my God, I really hope this is important. And then of course, like for a split second, I was like, oh my God, I hope she's okay. And then I was like, if she is okay, I hope this is important. It's so funny. But you just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. And the next time it happens, I'll have a different reaction. But you're not always going to have the best reaction the first time or the second time or the third. Like, whatever. Just keep getting better each time. That's all that matters. And then let it go. And the next one is for Sammy. Ooh, this is a different one too. Sammy got, I am held by my soul family and community we thrive. I take time to nurture my soul relationships today. Ooh, I love the clan family. So Sammy, we all love you. And we have a fun community. And the guides are also saying that you have lots of communities and lots of fun, and that you have like a foot and a hand and like a nose. And then they were joking around, they're like in a tail. In all different groups, and to enjoy that and enjoy all the different communities, and even the ones that are not all like-minded, enjoy the diversification of it and never take anyone personal. That's a big one from the guides today, is to remember never take anyone personal, because we're all different and nobody is going to think the same as anyone else. So it doesn't matter, is what they're saying, because the people that are important to you love you so much. So if somebody doesn't understand it or doesn't always come across in the lightest manner, just let it go. Send them some love. And the next one is for Patty. Ooh, this is a new one too. I got this one the other day for the daily card. It says, I weave a new world with each breath I take. Oh, we did get this one today. And I inhale and I exhale. So that's with that now moment. So every now moment, you can literally shake up and stir up and completely shift your life. Completely shift your life. It's just about, even if let's say you fell off the surfboard and you're on the bottom of the ocean and you're like, okay, all you have to do is just say, okay, I let go. And you'll just float up to the top. And then the surfboard comes floating by. And then you just roll onto it. And then you can just tan. And you'll still go up the river. We don't have to surf up the river. We can tan up the river. It's fine. As long as we're going upstream, you'll always be all set. And the next one is for Stevie. Ooh, Stevie got that I am safe to share my authentic truth with the world. And it's so funny, the way it's written, I always have a hard time reading it at first, but it says the same thing every time. I do not have it memorized yet. However, it's a great card. And it's just about saying that you have a lot of unique ways about you that are amazing and awesome. So allow yourself to be the true, authentic you. And don't worry about what the tradition says around it. Allow yourself to do what feels right to you and what feels happy and what feels inspired. And don't worry about the rest. And the next one is for Tony. And Tony got, like the snake I shed old skins. This has been a really common one today. And they're saying for you, they're saying that you have shed many skins. And they're saying don't be afraid to grow a brand new one. And just like the other readings today, if you didn't catch the rest of them, a lot of the theme today was allow yourself to create new in this now moment. And it can be a dynamically new version. It's whatever feels good to you. And just go with it. And when you're following that inspired feeling and taking those inspired actions, everything always works out because you're in the upper dimensions. And the next one is for Jessica. Oh my goodness. Same card again. Okay. So I weave a new world with each breath I take. I inhale and I exhale. And they're saying for Jessica, with this, you had mentioned earlier that you had a question that you wanted clarity on. So what the guides are saying is, when you think about this, follow what feels good, not what feels like it's what you should do, or what feels like if there's a lot, they're showing a lot of shoulds and following your bliss. So they're saying you'll always be rewarded when you follow your real bliss. So sometimes people will do something because they feel like they're avoiding something else or something of that nature. So they said be really true and authentic inside of yourself and say yes if you only really want to. And if you don't want to, it's okay for you to say no. And it's okay for you to pause on the answer until you get that solid, yes, I 100% want to do this. So they literally showed you like being in between a yes or a no. So they said, you don't have to know right now. Allow yourself to go have fun and figure it out later. And you can also sleep on it and ask in a dream for clarity too. And the next one is for Fernando. And Fernando got, I pause and allow the answer to come. In the mystery, all is revealed. And that's the funnest part. So as you're going through your journey, have fun along the journey, because it's through the journey and the mystery of how we're getting everywhere that our whole life is unfolding in front of us. And I feel like you are very spiritual and that you do understand this principle very well, and that you do a great job teaching it to others. And sometimes when we get really excited, we'll notice places in our own lives where we can apply our own teachings. So they're saying to just notice wherever you have more opportunity to pause and enjoy the moment. And they're saying don't worry so much about the future or the end result. And they said that when you drum, you get really into your now, and that your higher self helps you to create from that now, which is really the importance of the now. It's not so much to just observe what is, like we can, that's fine, but that's not what we came down to Earth School to do. We came down to create. So if we can observe what is in the now and then consciously focus on creating what we want, then we keep sculpting our amazingness into this big giant ball of amazing that just expands out forever, because we're forever beings. So you're doing a great job, and I'm excited to work with you, and I know we will at some point. We will coordinate. And you have a beautiful family, and I'm glad that you have time to spend with them and be with them, because it's so important. And blessings to Brazil from USA. And the next one is for Louise. Oh my goodness, another repeat. We got my intuition is my compass through life. And they're saying, especially through current projects, follow your intuition as opposed to what you've done before or what the humans are recommending. Follow your gut, because our gut is connected to source. And if it feels good and it feels inspired, even if it's not recommended, if you feel 100% this is definitely the best way to do it, then follow that intuitive guidance. And if it hasn't come up yet and it comes up in the future, you'll know exactly what they're talking about. And they said in general, you can follow this. And also when you're working on your higher self perception, remember that our higher self can never be triggered by anybody or anything. We're always in a flow. So if you notice yourself feeling agitated by anything or anyone, allow yourself to keep letting it go, and you're going to keep vibing up and up and up, where it's going to be easier and easier to attain everything that you're looking for. And they said it'll also be more peace and more quiet. And I think that's it. And I do have to run because it's getting late. If I did miss anyone for cards, I will jump on probably tomorrow night or Friday, and I can post a card on the videos for you. I thank you all for coming on. I super love everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Nicole, if you wanted a card, I didn't see it, but if you do, I'll totally post that for you. Either, like I said, tomorrow night or Friday morning. And I hope everyone has a beautiful, beautiful day, and enjoy everything. Allow yourself to not focus on what is, and be the creators that you are meant to be. Have a beautiful day.